Few years ago, I went to the Museum of Modern Art, New York, and saw Monet's water lilies. Being an architecture student, I was not new to visual arts or paintings. In fact, before New York, I had even taught about art and design at design colleges. Whenever I went to art galleries or exhibitions, it was a conscious decision so that I could increase my awareness about the topic. But frankly, looking at a piece of art, I would often get confused. What exactly was it trying to show? Why was it created? What was the artist trying to say? These questions often came to my mind, and I felt ignorant. Even with all the background and familiarity, I was an amateur. I have been fortunate to see some of the best paintings of the most famous artists around the world. I was completely amazed and inspired to see them. I would appreciate the skills and enjoy the creativity or the artistic beauty. But I never actually connected to art until I saw the water lilies. It was an endless canvas with strokes of green and blue. And as I stood in front of the lilies, I felt a lump in my throat, as if my heart had melted. I was awestruck, mesmerized, overwhelmed. Something inside me had changed forever. It was a strong moment for me that completely changed the way I looked at art. And since that moment, my perception of art changed greatly. I realized that I never needed to understand art. I just had to feel it. It is not a scale to judge someone's artistic skills. It is actually a connection to our inner self, a reflection of ourselves. I still consider myself as an amateur art enthusiast. But when I saw the billboard for Museum of Goa near my house, I decided to go. The idea of visiting a museum in Goa was honestly quite random. I imagined it to be a place filled with the history and antiquities of Goa and its Portuguese influence. To my surprise, it was a quaint little building with modern vibes to it. It was a private contemporary art space, showcasing numerous stories about the Goan customs and people. It was a place that depicted the story of Goa through art. A robust iron bull stood at the entrance, welcoming the visitors. And inside the building, there were multiple installations, trying to convey general messages in a more thoughtful way. There were various art installations made of diverse materials like shells, pebbles, stones, boats, nails, and tires, retelling stories of the ocean and the fishermen. One of the most visually attractive pieces was a display of hanging chilies, made of fiberglass, rubber tires, and fabric. The installation was a reminder that chilies first came to India in Goa from South America. One of my personal favorite was the sculpture with hundreds of Hindu gods placed inside a canoe. The installation was dedicated to the boatmen who saved the gods, taking them away through the Mandovi River from the ravaging Portuguese. The museum also had a sculpture garden adjoining the three-storied building. Apart from a series of interactive sculptures all around, the special feature of the sculpture garden was the installation called the Carpet of Joy. Made from hundreds of discarded plastic bottles, the installation raised awareness towards the idea of a litter-free Goa. Walking through the museum, I saw objects of our daily life transformed into attractive art pieces, intriguing the visitors, conveying their story. I was amazed at how the artist had expressed the simplest stories through his art. The things that we see every day and simply overlook, he had perceived art in them and expressed them in the most beautiful way, making them unique, artistic, praiseworthy. The whole place was like a gentle reminder that art existed everywhere around us, surrounding us in the most ordinary forms, only if we chose to look it that way. As a person who loves creativity, emotion, and expression, it was a beautiful experience for me. Creativity is very close to my heart. Be it any form or medium, the freedom of expression is extremely important for me. My thoughts and stories that I share with you here are my way of expressing myself. And nothing provides me more pleasure and strength than getting an opportunity to express myself freely. It humbles me, and I cannot be more grateful. Which is why I wanted to share this moment with you. I wish I could emphasize more on expressing the art within you. This here is probably my way of reminding you to go create something. It might not be perfect, it might even look silly, but it would be a part of you. An outlet to your emotions. Art is actually the only thing that makes our daily mundane life more colorful. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for sharing your time with me.